is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to check out the video. What's good, YouTube? I'm here to give y'all my updated thoughts on the Milwaukee Bucks, the hottest, the best team in the NBA for months. They have got the #1 spot in the entire NBA a couple months ago, and they haven't let go. So I had to talk about it because they have been the most consistent team in the entire NBA, and that's why they have held the #1 spot. The funniest thing about it is now they're starting to get a cushion as Toronto starts to lose and Golden State lose a couple in a row. The Bucks continue to win with a 6-game win streak, and they look absolutely amazing. You have to give a lot of credit to the GM. You have to give a lot of credit to the president. They got the new arena. They signed Giannis to a 5-year deal not too long ago. They showed him that they're willing to do whatever it takes to win, and they ended up bringing in Mike Budenholzer, one of the elite tacticians in the game, and he should be considered coach of the year, even though he won it before. But he never had a player of Giannis caliber. I told you that when he got signed. Paul Millsap can play, Al Horford can play, but they're not superstars. They're not dominant offensive players and defensive players. Giannis is a two-way player like Paul Millsap, but he's absolutely unguardable. The man is averaging 27 and 13 and 6, 7 assists. So the guy has been what you call a superstar. Even Kevin Durant said out of his mouth, he's one of the elite players in the league. And I told you that he's the MVP. As you all know that been following the channel, I live right by Milwaukee, 2 minutes away from Milwaukee to be exact. And the buzz is crazy. A lot of people are talking about the Bucks. The games are starting to sell out. I couldn't say that 2-3 years ago. Now that they hot, everybody want them. Everybody want to see them. Everybody supporting them. You know how the bandwagons happen. Let's keep it real. But they have been phenomenal, and I have to give them full credit on that. And their dominance has been amazing. Going out there being one of the top 5 teams in offense, actually #2 in offense and top 5 in defense. The funniest thing about it is when Jason Kidd had this team, they was an elite defensive team some years, but they could not get a great offense. Now they found a way how to be one of the most unstoppable teams offensively while still being able to carry a huge load defensively, playing on both sides of the court. And you have to attribute that to Mike Budenholzer finding a system and a scheme offensively and defensively to get these players at their best. And you got to get their mobility. They're very mobile. They're very athletic. They can cover a lot of ground. They can rotate very good. They play like a team. Even though you see Giannis averaging 27, the rest of the guys just do what they have to do. It's no real second best player, even though Middleton probably is the second best player and he deserved his All-Star berth. I thought he should have been an All-Star last year. I told you guys that, but he missed it, and he ended up making it this year because they've been so good that they had to give it to somebody because they deserved at least two All-Stars, and Middleton finally became an All-Star. I feel like he deserved it last year too, but he has still stayed focused and been lights out from 3. He's pulling up on everybody like KD, one dribble pull up or just pull up with no dribble. He's going to the post. He's going to the mid post, the low post, shooting over people, fading over people. He's doing it all, and it's phenomenal to see his confidence go through the roof. He played an excellent series against the Celtics, and he came into this year with the same fire and the same dominance. He has really been a good isolation player, but the fact that he can play off the ball or on the ball has made them even harder to guard because they got somebody else that they can give the ball to and can put the ball in the basket at a high clip. And Chris Middleton has been able to do that the last 2 years, including in the playoffs. And Giannis, what can you say? The dude, you can't double team him. And if you double team or trap him, he's going to pass. He has become a sensational passer out of the double team. Even if he just collapses the defense, which he damn near do every possession, all these shooters, guys, just look at the shooters. The shooters are wow. Like, wow. You can't do anything because everybody can shoot. And even if you do, these guys are putting the ball on the ground. You got Brook Lopez, ogre ass, running around here shooting threes. But he also running other guys off the line, spin move, dunking on people, hook shotting over people. Same with Giannis. Giannis is starting to get that fadeaway. He had it 2 years ago. He's starting to use it a lot more. But now he's getting the ball in the low post and he's going at people with the left and the right hooks. If they're too small, if they're too short, or he just too big, he's gonna spin and dunk on them. So not only is Giannis dunking on people, he's starting to add more move to the repertoire to make him even more unguardable. If you come up close, he's spinning around, dunking on you. Come up sideways, he's turning around, fading on you. If you come straight up, he's just gonna come right at you and go over his right shoulder for the hook or go over his left shoulder for the layup. And the dude is unguardable. And then you got to put it his Kevin McHale way. If you go up and under, he just lays it over your head because he's so big and so athletic. You don't know when he's going to really jump off the ground. And when he do, his arm covers so much length that all he got to do is just dunk it or just lay it in the basket. And you can't really do nothing guarding him one-on-one. Giannis has been phenomenal. He has become one of the most unstoppable players in the NBA. And the scariest part about it, like we all know, is when he start hitting those perimeter jumpers, he is going to be absolutely dominant. He might even average 30 points a game. Giannis is not even 25, and we're saying that he's the MVP. Just think about that. He's a 23-year-old that might win MVP, and he still got to add a jump shot, whether it's mid-range and three-pointer. And he's already the MVP. He's already leading the number one team in the entire NBA for months, and he still has a huge gap that he can improve on. Just think about that. He still has a long way to go to reach his full potential. He's not even close to his prime. He still got 5 years, and he'll still be 28, 29 years old, guys. Let's just put that in perspective. Put that in perspective how good this guy has been. He's giving you 27 with really no jump shot. And he's still giving you over 50% from the field. He's only giving you 71% from the free throw line. And you can't stop the guy. You can't guard the guy. And then on top of that, he's just going out there locking everybody up. He's chased down blocking people. He's getting steals in the passing lanes, getting easy opportunity for Bledsoe and Middleton. He's starting to pull up that three, even though he's not knocking it down at an efficient clip. He's showing that he's not scared to take it. And that's all you want him to do, to show confidence in that jumper. And he's starting to do that. But once it starts going cash more consistently, what are you going to do? Because now he can pull up anytime he wants to. Plus, if you don't respect that jumper or you respect it too much, he's just going to blow past you and dunk on you. Lay it up on you. Or get to the damn free throw line. So, it's remarkable how good he has become. At first, we thought it was going to take him a while. But once he figured it out, he has been one of the top 5, top 7 players in the NBA. And one day, he's going to be number 1 possibly. It sounded crazy 3-4 years ago. We seen the potential. We seen him had it in him. But now he has evolved into one of the most unstoppable players in the league. You look at Eric Bledsoe. He's getting triple-doubles, guys. He's running around here hitting threes. He's getting to the paint, keeping everybody involved. He's playing on and off the ball, but still giving you 10, 7, 6, 8, 9 assists. He has been a dynamic guy. We all feel like Bledsoe might not be the perfect fit because he can't shoot, but he's been able to figure it out. He's been able to play with Giannis because Giannis likes the ball in his hand. He likes being the decision maker. But Bledsoe has adjusted. He has adapted and has transformed his game so he can play with a guy like Giannis. And it has worked because they're the number 1 team in the NBA and they made the playoffs last year after the trade. And now he fits even better. Is he the point guard for the rest of the tenure with Giannis? I don't think he's going to be the franchise point guard for that much longer. But he has evolved and showed that he can play with Giannis. And that was a question, and he has proven that he can. You look at Brook Lopez, he has transformed his game. He was a blow post guy, a guy that was always in the paint. The furthest he'd be away 15 to 17 feet, hitting mid-range jumpers. Now he's hitting spot-up threes. He's playing like a damn shooting guard. He's going out here laying everything out on the line, posting up people still when they close too hard. He's driving. He's spinning, doing hook shots just like Giannis. He's dunking on people. but he's also just brutalizing people that help. You can't if they collapse the defense with Giannis, Middleton, Bledsoe, he's going out there just lighting people up with that spot up three. And he's shooting it further and further, so you can't give him no room, and you can't close out or be lazy because as soon as he gets the ball, he let that thing fly. And it's flying right into the net. It's flying right into the ocean because it's cash. And it becomes even harder when you know everybody on the team can shoot, including the center. And that's the dynamic that a lot of teams still don't realize. You have to stay home on the shooters, but you can't because they're taking two people in the paint because they're collapsing the defense, which means the paint either going to be open or the three going to be open. And you can't really pick either or because they both are deadly. You want the dunk because it's the easiest shot in the game is a dunk or a layup, but also they so good at threes that you can't really help. You can't really leave because they're going to smack a three right in your face, even if you're late contesting. It's still cash. Brook Lopez is shooting difficult threes sometimes, and it's still finding the bottom of the damn net. One thing else I would say, you have to give credit to Malcolm Brogdon, being the perfect role player for this team, being able to be efficient, whether it's hitting the spot up three like Brook Lopez, gumming to the paint off the pick and roll, doing floaters or pull-up jumpers, or getting all the way to the basket, finishing around the rim, and being an excellent free throw shooter. You have to give Brogdon credit for doing the little things, playing defense, switching a lot, going out there, getting steals, doing the things that they ask him to do. He's not trying to be bigger. He's not trying to take all the fame and make a name for himself. He's just going out there doing what they ask him to do, and he does it very efficiently. He's the perfect role player because he can be a 3-and-D guy. But the fact that he can drive, the fact that he can pull up, the fact that he has the floaters, and the fact that he's so hyper efficient makes them tough to guard because you want him to be off the 3-point line because he's so great. But when he put the ball on the floor, he's just as good. And he's a prober. If he don't have the shot that he likes to dribble a lot and probe the defense to find a shot for his teammates or an easy shot, whether it's a layup or a floater. And that hurts the defense because you're still getting a high percentage shot from Malcolm Brogdon. He's making you pick your poison. Do you want me to hit wide open shots or do you want me to create my own shot? And he's been able to tear the defenses apart the whole season. You have to give credit to Sterling Brown for giving them quality minutes when he does play at that shooting guard position, giving them that great spot up 3-point shot. A lot of people don't know who Sterling Brown is. A lot of people don't care about Sterling Brown, and I understand that. But he is giving you 35% from three last year, and he's giving you 36% from three this year. He has gave you 10 to 15 minutes. He's going out there hitting it just like Brogdon, doing what he's supposed to do, conducting himself as a professional. You can say the same thing about Christian Wood, giving him valuable minutes as a low guy from the draft. 23 years old, athletic and mobile, can really finish around that rim. Be what you wanted Larry Sanders to be a little bit, but doing it at a little bit less. But at the end of the day, you got to give credit to Tony Snell, being able to guard, point guard, shooting guard, small forward, and sometimes power forwards, but giving you that floor spacing that you need to operate and probe and attack the paint. He has been a great role player. Ersan Ilyasova has gave you what you knew you was getting. And that spot up 3-point shooting in a little bit of a mid-range jumper. And now he's posting up a little bit doing fadeaways. And also, the last guy I wanted to talk about was George Hill. Has been the ultimate professional, has been traded several times. A lot of people enjoy playing with him. A lot of people feel like he has been solid even though he is injured. George Hill has sucked it up, took less minutes, took a less opportunity, and he has did what was best for the team, which is suck it up, play hard, go out there and when your numbers is called, probe a little bit, hit some spot up threes, and when you're needed, that's all we need you to do. And he has been able to do that too. This team has been amazing, going from one of the teams that struggled to score consistently to being one of the most unstoppable offenses in the league. Like I said, they're second in points per game with 117 points a game. That's something that would have been crazy the last 3 years. And that's something that's reality 3 years later. And the fact that their defense is so hungry and so aggressive and so energetic, You have to give this Bucks team credit for wanting to be great defensively and wanting to be something. They wanted to be respected. They wanted to show that they can go out there and compete with anybody. They felt like that, and now they're going out there proving it each and every game that they step out on the court. Plus the ball moves. Ain't like they're just going out here just isolating, picking everybody apart. They still find the open shooters. They still move the ball if they don't have a great shot. Even Giannis sometimes plays off the ball and allow people like Bledsoe and Middleton to do their thing. But when he gets the ball, he's driving. When he gets the ball, he's shooting a spot up three when he can. And he's diving to the paint for backdoor cuts. The offense looks so clean, so fun to see, especially considering how sloppy and ugly it was with Jason Kidd. You have to give a lot of credit to everybody for buying in, to Mike Budenholzer for trusting Mike Budenholzer and being allowed to be coachable. These players have been allowed to, they allowed themselves to be coached. They take the advice and they implement it inside the game. So you have to give credit to Mike Budenholzer for getting everybody on the same page, but you also have to give the credit to the players for following it, trusting it, and going out there and believing that it will work. And reality, you're the best team in the NBA for the last couple months, and it looks like you're going to hold that throne, barring a major injury to this team. As we start winding down the last couple games of the year, as it's getting closer to being in the teens, it looks like the Bucks gonna stay atop. Do you think they're gonna go to the NBA Finals? Are they the best team in the NBA, or are they just like that Atlanta team? There is no LeBron James in the East anymore, so it's wide open. But the Bucks has been the most consistent and the most dominant team in the East, and they showed that they can go out there and compete with anybody in the West. The only problem is we have to see it in the playoffs when they wall Giannis off. Can they role players make enough shots? Can they make enough plays? And when the game get tight, can they execute? That's something that Mike Budenholzer is a specialist at, but we still have to see it to believe it against the Bostons, the Phillies, the Torontos. We still have to see them against the toughest teams that match up good against them, that can guard a lot of their players one-on-one and not have to help as much. But then again, that's when legends are made. If you want to be remembered as a great team, if you want to be remembered as one of the best players ever, you have to get it done in the playoffs, and that's all I really got to say about the Bucks. They have proven everything this whole season. Now we just have to see what they're going to do in the playoffs, and that's where I leave it at. Will they make it to the Eastern Conference Finals? Will they lose in the Eastern Conference Finals? Will they lose in the second round because they're going to have a tough matchup in the second round because Boston and Philly are the 4 and 5 seed, which means they won't play Indiana. They will have to play Toronto in the Eastern Conference Final if they make it that far. So let me know what you guys think. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link in the description, comment section below. Like on Facebook to show support. Thanks for everybody that liked on Facebook and supported the movement. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Check out my older videos on my channel. I do breakdowns, tributes, discussions just like this. I talk about the hottest topics, whether it's trades or even the buyouts. I also cover the NBA draft, and I also cover all things basketball. I try to make a video every single day, and I'm trying to go 365 for the first time. I enjoy making these videos. You guys enjoy watching. That's why I continue to go. Quinn Wade, basketball analysis. I'm gone. And let me know what you guys think about the Bucks.